following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Network 54. Nationwide Broadcasting Service. Headquarters, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Regional offices, Atlanta, Chicago, New Orleans, Dallas, Denver, Arizona, Portland, Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, with subsidiary stations in most major cities. Chief Officer, Michelle Dreyer. Employees, 62,000. Background. Network News 54 is a wavelength monopolizer, operating on the same frequency across the country. Accordingly, no matter where you go in the country, Network News 54 is on Channel 54. Although since the war, their reach into the broadcast markets has been severely curtailed. Despite its name, News 54 offers many diversions in addition to news. Every regional office offers a slightly different schedule to its district, with syndicated series, non-primetime movies, and independent local news programs. Certain elements of the broadcasting are universal nationwide, such as primetime series and bi-hourly national and world news shows. Under the control of Michelle Dreyer, widow of the original founder, the actual corporate offices are located on the vast prairie spread at 50 Pines Ranch near Santa Fe, New Mexico. Face: Michelle Dreyer. When her longtime and much beloved husband, Edwin, passed away, the disconsolate Michelle swore she would keep her sweetheart's dream of a media empire alive. However, since she wasn't getting any younger, Michelle took out an insurance policy to make sure she would be around to shepherd Edwin's legacy. Over the years, first with moderate cyber repairs, and later more extensive cybernetic enhancements needed to hold off the ravages of aging, Michelle has by now almost entirely replaced her original body with a perfectly designed Gemini full-body conversion, fixing her apparent age at her mid-50s. But Michelle is still uncomfortable with her augmentations. After all, she's a good, God-fearing woman from Albuquerque, where people don't hold with messing with the Almighty's plan. Perhaps because of this, she has become a recluse in the past few years. A few in 54 shows. Tune into Net 54. At any given moment, you might see one of these fine programs. Cooking with Kibble, a fun and frenetic cooking competition sponsored by Continental Brands. Contestants make gourmet meals using the many delectable flavors of Continental Brands kibble. The Elflands, Online Chronicles, a cheesy but surprisingly well-shot series about a netrunner named Daedalus who gets trapped in a mystical fantasy world after loading a mysterious braindance chip in a strange night market. Hot Zone Divers, a long-running reality show about a group of salt-of-the-earth nomads who retrieve broken tech in the hot zone and sell it at local night markets. It's well known that none of the cast are actual nomads, and the night markets are all corporate sets. La Pasión Dorada, an over-the-top telenovela about an exec on her way up the corporate ladder. The shocking plot twists and frequent guest stars make it popular across Haywood.
Petrochem, petrochemical products and agribusiness, world's largest Chew producer, headquarters, Dallas, Free State of Texas, regional offices, New York, Washington, Miami, Chicago, San Francisco, Tokyo, London, Hamburg, Paris, Rome, oil fields in many Canadian territories, Texas, Alaska, California, and Antarctica, agricultural areas in California and the Midwest and Southeast. Chief Officer, Angus Youngblood. Employees, 338,000. Background. It was nicknamed the AV Gas War by the press during the conflict, but it's also been dubbed the war within the war. Early in the Fourth Corp War, Militech and Arasaka simultaneously realized that they were headed for a major clash and began squirreling away ever more fuel to prepare. Then, both Petrochem and Sovoil cheerfully sold these corporations almost their entire reserves of aviation fuel, realizing that doing so would cause the appearance of a shortage and allow them to adopt massive price increases with impunity. However, even with this unexpected windfall, Petrochem had its own problems to worry about, with its far-flung assets vulnerable to attack. This resulted in a general mobilization of Petrochem's military assets. Some press outlets even noted that the American Midwest in this time became the most peaceful in decades, thanks to the preponderance of Petrochem security forces nervously patrolling the area. In the end, although they were never directly involved in the Fourth Corp War, the need to protect their valuable wells and fields, as well as fight off sporadic Sovoil attacks as opportunities presented themselves, drew so heavily on Petrochem that it entered the post-war period seriously depleted. With the collapse of most multinational fuel companies after the Fourth Corp War, Petrochem is keeping the world running, literally. They're the world's largest producer of Choo under license, and control millions of acres of arable land across the unincorporated United States, land chiefly used to grow the genetically altered wheat that is used to make the synthetic fuel known as Choo. Petrochem is also one of the world's largest oil producers, but with the oil supply dwindling, most remaining fossil fuels are used to make plastics and other synthetics. Petrochem also has more fertile oil fields than any other company. All of these assets are huge and accordingly hard to protect from other companies that would like to usurp Petrochem's wealth. With such vast interests to protect, and due to recent losses to Continental brands, Petrochem has invested huge amounts of money in protecting itself, maintaining an armed force worthy of a small country. Still chafing under its Choo license from Biotechnica, it's only a matter of time before Petrochem's wily CEO finds a way to absorb the smaller biotech company for good. Face Angus Youngblood. Before the war, Angus Youngblood was a rich young Australian investor who became a major shareholder in Petrochem in 2013, when the company bought Chi growing land from his family's huge agricultural holdings in New South Wales. Once the third most powerful member of the Petrochem board, the devious Youngblood used his support of the aging board chairman Ellen Trieste as a tool towards his plan to take over the vast fuel empire. Youngblood used Trieste's infatuation with him to talk her into a marriage of convenience, combining his stock with hers to form a large controlling interest. Now that Ellen is dead, he no longer must cater to her romantic fantasies, as unwanted as he once found them. Always suave, witty, and stylish, Youngblood is still handsome and healthy in his later years, sporting an air of competence and control. He's well known for his wit and casual bonhomie, a front that has served him well by disarming many of his worst rivals, including his ambitious younger brother Malcolm. But make no mistake about it, Angus Youngblood is as shrewd and as ruthless as ever, and has no qualms when it comes to mercilessly disposing of his enemies. Angus particularly loathes Olivia Forsyth for her role in stealing billions of dollars of intellectual and physical property from Petrochem under his watch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Anyway, you have arrived in Santo Paraguay. The town appears to be empty and abandoned. You get out of your half-track and walk over to a glitchy, still barely functioning center of the street, wherein a dust-covered stone wall surrounds a solar-powered, flickering, barely functional advertising hologram. As it slowly rotates, advertising various things in Espanol.
From the just from the visuals of the act, 'cause of course I don't speak Spanish, I just want to try and did they look like normal ads, like we might see just in Spanish, or if there's something like weird about them? Or...
One has an anthropomorphic can of beans
Okay,
with a crown on.
King of the beans.
some kind of beans royal. Well,
There is an advert there for what looks like a metallic penis with various handy drawers.
that one looks familiar.
I mean, I don't look at those type of ads, but whatever.
There is an ad for a diamond-skinned man wearing a mariachi outfit. And musical notes surround him. And you do, because names are not translated, you do see like the names are like Diamond Geezer, and then there's a bunch of words in Spanish. You just see Roger El Dozo.
Diamond Jefe.
See.
El Diamond Gazero.
El Diamante. El Diamante. El F. El Grande Muchos. Señor Rojo es el bozo el masos.
I go with what he said.
I kicked the sign.
It's a hologram. Roger spins
know.
around and lands in an undignified heap.
Oh wait, it doesn't have like a solid thing
It's
behind
up
it.
high. Are you that kind of kicker?
No,
You can do like
okay,
a
so
jumping,
there's
spinning
ground
kick.
there.
And the fourth one appears to be advertising delicious boron, as far as you can tell.
Nobody doesn't like molten boron.
I
Symbol
didn't know you
for
spoke Spanish.
Well, you should poke around indoors before we commit to any net activity.
A painted neon from an old saloon in pink. Various old shop fronts, and it looks like they've been retrofitted into like workshops or something. Some of them stand open, dust and sand blowing in. The safety glow pit surrounded by bubbling viscous black tar? Maybe? You don't know, you're a city boy.
Safety.
Safety glow, yeah.
Leaking out of the generator?
Crashed spaceship.
Oh, crashed space.
Spaceship, okay.
In the Cyberpunk setting,
I
we
know.
have off-world colonies.
Yes.
There's moon and everything, yeah.
And out of our solar system, too. I think there's like the Jupiter moons have some shit going on.
Just no aliens, right?
Yeah, I believe there are not aliens in the canon yet.
Yeah.
Glowing green.
There's no Illuminati yet.
I was hoping that there'd be the Illuminazis.
Nazis.
We know all the secrets. Also, you can't move here, or here, and here, and now the game is not fun anymore. The Illuminazis. Oh, beauvoir. These are the noises we make.
It sounds like every Nazi I've met.
The Illuminati.
Well, a mysterious green glowing pit with the strange, I'm going to assume, tar and the crashed
Just says,
spaceship.
why don't you go eat it?
I'm not going to do that. In fact, I think we should stay away from it.
I agree. Let's go over to that saloon
Yeah, it's a good place to start. This definitely looks like a techie haven, if abandoned.
I suppose we can't see that big mech walker over there.
Of course you can't. There's a building in the way, you fucking gibbon.
And some rocks.
Debris.
Oh no, there's a chance for Jess to get another mech suit, but she's not here.
Based on previous behaviour, I believe Jess believes we should do nothing.
Well, we're going to recklessly not agree with anything Jess says currently. I shouldn't set that in stone, because you'll make her say something reasonable, and then
We'll
won't
be like,
do it.
no!
So yeah, I guess we're going to make our way to the saloon.
Okay, who's going to be the representative token for that? We'll say it's...
Roger?
Yeah, especially if it's got saloon doors, I'm going to want to like go like a cowboy.
Yes.
Right, so, the door... There's a new door been bolted onto this. It's very tough and metal looking.
Oh.
Oh, why have I zoomed in?
I suppose they did retro.
Why is that a thing that's happening?
It hasn't happened on our end.
I know, because they're independent zoom sets. I fixed that. Go over here. And Roger discovers this brand new door that's been put on here. Well, I say brand new, but it's clearly not part of the original design. Is locked and shut and barred.
Oh shit, I can't get in here.
Well, yes, that's not exactly just...
What kind of saloon is this? So I should just be able to go like...
Well, it was retrofitted to be some kind of...
Actually,
Give me a
the neon sign,
pilgrim.
now that you're close, you can see the bits that aren't lit up. And it says El Cantinas. And beneath that, the writing says, the most originally named cantina in all of Mexico.
the canteen.
Proprietor, Renegade Amigo.
It's the Spanish branch of the Renegade Bar and Grill.
El Renegados.
The Renegados.
I was going to say, he's not even El Renegado. It's actually...
No, El Renegado is a current bad guy.
Yeah.
And very ethical.
Well, it's good to have an ethical bad guy for once. Can you open his door?
I'll have a quick gander. Is it picklock or ESEC?
It's got both.
I could attempt
And
one.
then a third different thing that's green and you don't know what it is.
Reaper thing?
It's Reaper thing. Brett, you don't know what that is.
No.
You were not around for that in-joke. Although I think I've explained it, so feel free to laugh.
Yeah.
Make us feel like we're funny even though we're
I think
not.
it came up in Cold Rocks. I think Reaper thing was a thing of that.
Oh, I've already done this? Oh, then it's not green, it's just, you know.
It's just a thing.
Should not orange. That would look hot. Oh well, monokatanas are supposedly green by default.
Oh. Well, I can attempt this one, also pointing at the electronic lock. But Jess is better at this and could do the mechanical lock as well.
Fix it, Jess. Fix it.
I don't know about this third thing, though. Maybe it takes some kind of special key.
Fleur has just changed into her running gear because it's so hot, as I mentioned. Really, really hot.
And so was she.
I will have left my jacket in the half track. Of course, because of heat
How
as well.
swarthy and interesting of you.
I mean,
I flex my mechanical arm. It's designed so that it actually has like a little movement like a real muscle man.
15 orphans died to collect.
So Drew McIntyre just did a thing where he came out on stage and everyone started chanting CM Punk and he was just like, you know what, fuck this company, I quit, and walked out.
Oh, really?
But I think it's a work. And I'll tell you why, because Michael Cole's reaction was like, what?
Oh.
And so it sounded like the most hokey, fake thing, and I'm like, oh, it's a work.
Oh, you just ruined
Because
it.
Michael Cole ruins everything. Because he's just like, what? Can he do that? It's like, could you try to sound genuine for once?
God damn it,
You
Cole.
just ruined the angle.
God damn it, Cole. How are you in charge of that?
I do not know how he
the
has a
commentary.
job doing this. He sucks so bad. Meanwhile, AEW's commentary team is really good. It's such a shame.
Has JR come back yet?
I don't think he's coming back, man.
Or is he just shows up for the odd
we're lucky
pay-per-view
he's
and-
alive.
Probably just shows up for the odd pay-per-view, I'm guessing, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Does one match. And
I mean, I'd like him to come back, but... Because he's, like, really one of the greats.
I feel like that's a big part of the whole good wrestling experience.
But gold!
Oh God! Just like he puts that little tremble in the voice that makes it sound like it's a genuine reaction, even though it's the exact same sound as another one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there are the three of you. There.
We'll move out of the way of the door to let Jess set the locks.
Yes.
You don't see Jess.
Jess?
Jess, where are you?
Fleur, did you see what happened to...
Yes. I did.
What happened?
She walked away.
She'd go towards that glowing, grease-surrounded pit or something, didn't she?
No, I hope not. Oh, here she comes. We found a door. May be able to open for us.
I'll do everything for you guys now. You'll need to get out of the way.
Yep. Sidestep.
Right, now I will make a roll on the character of Jess in the app.
Oh, that's right. Actually, we don't have much in the way of boo-boos at the moment.
Could be worth searching those other workshops once we're done here.
Well, I might as well go over and check out that yellow building while Jess is trying to get into this one.
I'll back you up.
Well, the physical lock is bypassed. And I'll let you know the results of that when enough time has passed. Right, so Roger and Gravy Wavy head over to the building called the Pudding Pit.
Go inside and I will be, I am an highwayman. Drop all your weapons or I will shoot you. No, I won't do that.
Someone's like, holy crap, he's Mick Jagger! You're all trying to kill you. I am a highwayman. Yeah. Going to shoot you.
I'll wait until Roger walks in and assess whether he has been shot or stabbed before I step in.
Edward Hargraves, coward extraordinaire,
Suppose
limp cheeseburger.
I should do a perception check.
I always send my staff in
There we
first.
go. Perception. That's the one that's not
A couple of
persuasion.
tables have been propped up like barricades.
16 I got to.
A couple of tables have been propped up like barricades. A chair is in the far corner and there's some dried blood, very old. There's brass all on the floor. And there's bullet holes all up the wall near the doorway. Like someone's done some spraying and praying. You see a broken gun in the room. It's of an advanced technological design. Roger, with his perception check, comes to the conclusion that it's an alien gun.
Cool.
Even though it's broken.
It's a broken alien gun. That must be an alien spaceship that crashed just outside.
I mean, it's possible there
Well,
would
why
be
else-
Mexican high riders.
Why else would it be leaving glowing alien stuff?
Actually, you can't have seen that shit from where you were. The rock. That's a tall rock. That's
I brought it up before because I thought it was the generator that was mentioned last session,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we wouldn't be able to see that.
But we saw the glow and the
you
There'll
see
be enough
the
for you to
oil
make that.
stuff. It's right there.
yeah. So I'll still, even though we haven't seen that, but I'll still jump to the conclusion that an alien spacecraft crashed there. That's why all the glowing stuff's there and the oil that it leaked after exploding.
That might be a bit of a jump.
Well, you're outside. So how would you know?
Well, if he stepped in, got over, picked up a gun, and gone, "Cool, look at this alien gun," I'd have stepped in by
which
now.
I have. I'll pick up the broken alien weapon and hold it out in front of Gravy Boy to show him what I'm talking about.
Certainly looks techy.
Because it's high-tech alien shit.
You know, we have ships in space. It could just be from...
No, but you see, Devin, don't you listen to the news? There's illegal aliens living in Mexico.
They mean people who cross the borders improperly, Roger.
What? But they're not aliens, they're just people who live from another country.
That's what an alien is.
No, aliens come from outer space.
Well, we're going to have to settle this one later when we have some proof.
Okay.
Maybe along the road, Jess would be able to figure out what this gun is. This was a techie haven. It could just be some modified rifle.
This blood is dry, so the shootout happened a little while ago.
There is some strange purple stain, like a blood splatter near the gun.
Except this alien blood. Is that dry as well, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's dry too, so...
Could
The
be some
aliens
kind of...
invaded and they tried to hold out against them.
We'll just have to agree to disagree for now. But I will... This is very suspicious.
See, well... I get why you'd be, like... what's the word? Shit. My player's actually forgot it. I've gone into Roger too much. It's doubtful. I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah, I was also suddenly... the word that I've suddenly forgotten. Skeptical.
That's actually... I know why you'd be skeptical, but...
Yes, well, that would be a rather out there claim to make. But maybe you're right.
Although it looks like the aliens used normal bullet fire, I would have thought they'd have lasers.
It does not. It is not a bullet gun.
No, but the gunfire against the wall was... Yeah.
Maybe that was the humans shooting at the aliens.
Oh, maybe, that's a good point.
Oh, now I'm playing into it.
Because you realise the truth down deep inside.
This thing's cool.
On a
It's got
psychological...
wiring and like little Tesla fuse things sticking out.
I love all the little gubbins on it. Wonder if Jess could fix it up.
Maybe.
Well, we should stow it for now. Could be worth something even if it can't be fixed.
Subconsciously, you think the aliens are real too. That's what it is.
Nope. That's not what it
Persuasion.
is.
No, because it's subconscious.
Persuasion, Roger.
Because it's subconscious. That's why you don't realise.
I love Jess comes back and suddenly we're like alien
24.
conspiracy. So just let me resist that with my... I got a plus 10, I get a 15.
You believe in aliens now. Not because he just beat you, but because he beat you by like a fucking lot.
And there's like some evidence.
He's convinced you that maybe it is space related somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe there's, space aliens, like colonists, maybe not supposed to come back, and maybe they're grey skinned and have great big almond shaped eyes, like those Mexican kids with really big eyes from those paintings.
Maybe you're onto something, but aliens is too much. Maybe it's some kind of robot.
If you'll hand me your phone, I will put the weapon in your thing for you.
Okay.
And check your messages while I'm in.
Yeah, so I'm going with space robots for now. But this definitely could be extraterrestrial in origin. You've convinced me of that. Well, let's have a little scrounge up in here and see if there's anything useful we can find beyond this.
That's a good idea.
Oh, what a wonderful organization this app uses. Oh boy, that is
It's just default alphabetical for everything. Except for no weapons are really weird, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Which is why I accidentally unselected the good weapon and was holding a poor quality one at one point because of the dumb way it organises things.
Yeah.
Because you'll like untick or tick something and then you won't realise when you back out it's shifted it somewhere.
Seeing as Jess is working on it,
I'm not allowed to look at it till you've actually identified it though.
Oh,
that's torturous. I've made a 17 perception check just to search the building for any useful things.
Okay.
And then a 15 conceal reveal after that.
There's like 4 or 5 uncharged spent batteries, but they're all old and corroded and destroyed beyond repair.
Do they look like they would... If I find one that's at least physically intact enough to check, does it look like it would go where a battery might go on the broken alien blaster?
Weapons tech check.
You never know. Weapons tech, 15.
You were able to find that, like, if you manipulate one of the little things, it like
Opens a little bit.
opens it, and you can. There's in fact a battery in there that's spent
Oh, okay.
and like corroded.
Well, we've learned it's battery operated and not a bullet firing weapon. Though I suppose you could do both for some reason. But these are all too damaged to be recharged.
So, while we're looking around, if you've got any net running, well, potential friends in here, how do you think we would be best to go about finding them without jumping into like networks where Devil could like rip apart your consciousness?
That is a good point. Do I know, or would I make a check to know if you could like ping, like you could like communicate with a network without actually running it? Like if there was a terminal that allowed you to do so, even just in some kind of like bare minimum kind of way?
Yeah, if you found like a computer.
Okay, yeah. So it would just be a computer.
Or you could jump into the network. You could connect up to the nodes.
Yeah, I could jam my brain in there.
You could just slap on that cyber deck.
Yeah.
It's not a miracle cure.
If we find a computer or something and we can provide it power, maybe we could rip the solar array out of the advertising board. More work for Jess, I suppose. We might be able to make something happen. Failing that, then no, it's just diving in. Risky. But
Devil, I don't need my brain. Here, it's yours.
pretty much feels like that in a way, especially as I've evaded him twice so far. I doubt he will allow me a swift exit again.
Well, we've already worked out he seems to be able to figure out where you are, so...
Yes, hopefully we've defeated that, but it's possible he already figured out where we were heading. He is super intelligent. Is that a forklift?
Hello, Fleur. I just noticed her icon got slightly closer. How are you today?
I do not understand the question.
I'm wondering how you're doing. We haven't talked much for the last few hours. Checking in to make sure you're all right.
I believe my performance is only slightly hindered by the heat.
Well, only slightly is impressive.
Yeah.
How I long for an ice bath.
An ice bath.
Good when you're net running. Keeps you cool.
Oh, that's right. You know, there's probably plenty of ice baths here in Mexico. I hear they like to put you in them after they've taken your organs.
Yes, well hopefully we can avoid those ones. Roger here believes we've found some kind of alien blast.
Fascinating if true.
Groundbreaking.
And what do you believe?
Certainly it's some kind of high-tech something or other. I can't make head nor hair of it. But maybe it did come from the stars. But my way of going, it's aliens, without going, it's aliens!
You believe in space. No.
Next thing you'll be saying the world is not flat.
We've got a moon truther here.
Everyone knows the moon was an illusion created by Biotechnica.
It's inflatable.
Well, if we pop out of the yellow building, unless you want to search some more or have any ideas.
We didn't do with the conceal reveal in the end, did we?
No, you didn't, and now it's too
Well,
late.
you did the roll, but
I did. I got a
we didn't
15 on my conceal
We
reveal.
didn't get the
That's
outcome.
nice, honey kitten.
But I'm guessing there's nothing there. Or we don't.
It's
find
just
anything.
still tinkering away with
What's
the
the
lock.
little There's like a little thing that looks like. I'm going to describe it as like a pokey machine from here or something. This little red robot or a pokey machine.
Oh, that
thing.
little Vendit?
Vendit,
it's a little
okay, yeah.
Vendit.
It's a little self-powered, solar-powered Vendit.
And this
Oh,
is some kind of box with a terminal on it, maybe?
Where, what?
This one, right by Roger.
That's a crate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some crates scattered around.
It's a cover co crate.
Good old
Oh,
cover
okay.
code.
So it's only good for shit.
For cover.
But I'm going to inspect the Vendit then. See what it dispense, or at least used to dispense.
Roger totters on over to the Vendit. Totter, totter, teeter, tooter.
Yeah. It's probably got screen sheets and.
This Spencer's modern screen. Current time screen sheet.
Hey, this is the Cyberpunk future. Maybe it's got blank pieces of paper and then sends a signal to print out the appropriate information into an up-to-date screen sheet. That way they don't waste having a whole bunch of like extra ones from that are out of date, because it just goes to the
Just
network
prints
and
them
then
at the
people are
time.
like, I want today's newspaper.
This Vendit sells kilogram bags of tacos. I'm not even joking. I hit the random button.
KG bags of taco. Did it know we were in
You
Mexico?
hit the random button and you got the most Mexican fucking thing.
Oh, I changed the word kibble to taco.
Oh,
Okay.
That frightens me.
Do they
What?
go off?
Yeah, that's what frightens me. Like,
How long have they been there?
How could they go off so close to the healthful safety glow?
Regenerates them. Repairs their durability.
Yep, it's stocked with kilogram bags of tacos.
well, I found some food.
Oh, well, that is good.
Warning! May contain traces of corn.
Oh, are you allergic to corn?
Not sure. I've never
I was
had
always
real
a prodigy man myself. For bonus IP, send the word corn when you listen to these notes to my number. Spell it as correctly as you can on a phone.
How much
Anyway.
is it for a kg bag of tacos?
Yeah, that's a good
going,
point.
You're actually going to fucking buy them, otherwise I'm not looking it up.
Well, yeah, because we might need food.
We might need food. It might actually be a source of food.
Yeah.
Especially if they're decently priced. Or we could just, break the vendor.
I assume there's some kind of reason why you can't just jack all the vendors and take all this stuff.
Well,
Well,
otherwise,
fucking annoyingly, I can't
edge
tap on it
runners
to
would be
find
doing
out.
it all the time, right?
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea how I would find that out. Store?
Oh, it just tells you what's in the vendor and doesn't give you a price.
Yeah, no, it does. It does not give me prices for these.
I guess it's kibble, so technically it doesn't cost anything. by
A
the
bag of
lifestyle.
kibble is 10 eddies.
Oh,
so,
okay. What's the description on a bag? of
So
kibble?
I would say like a kilogram of tacos. Since our taco is a bag of kibble, a kilogram of tacos would have to be something like 3 tacos.
1 full package of dried. So yeah, you could say like a kibble pack is like 1 taco.
Yeah, that's what I just did. So 30 eddies.
Yeah.
30 eddies.
I think I even have some cash.
Yeah, I might use cash.
We'll get a couple kgs of tacos.
Oh, wait, I've even got a 20, so that works even. So 20 and a 10, there we go. Try and feed.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yep, and I select the.
Oh, it's a Continental Brands
Yes.
vendor.
Official vendors only.
Pass that over.
you kindly. Enjoy your kibble, dearie. Says the synthesized voice of the Kibble Queen.
Kibble.
I like that. They didn't take the effort to change it to tacos.
And I'll give you this now just so you can put it away with.
Because it probably is just a kibble vendor.
It's just a kibble vendit.
But these Mexicans have loaded it up with tacos.
And I'll add a quick custom item.
These Mexicans have loaded it up with tacos. They're sick, bendy food.
Did you get 2 of them or just one?
One.
Oh, and I'm sure you didn't notice, Ken, but I've updated your agent, so instead of just a custom item that says, I've got a kilogram of synth coke, I actually did the math and worked out how many doses of synth coke that gets you. And it's 25,000! Based on the fact that a gram of cocaine will get you 25 bumps, which is what you're taking.
You have 20
glorious
doses.
Well, the thing is, this is particularly glorious because we found that, and then you sent me that.
You arrested.
Oh, there it is.
It's a lot.
You sent me
That's
that
intent to
update.
distribute right there.
We found that, and then you sent me that update like only a week later. That's like, you realise you could do this while wearing heavier armor and get around the. It's like,
Yeah, you can do a bump of that so that he can get up into
And still dodge bullets in a bit.
Okay, what he has to do is he has to get a tech to upgrade the heavy armor so that its penalty is 1 less. Not the flak armor, sorry.
Yeah.
Flak or metal gear armor. So it goes from 4 to 3, and then he takes a bump of synth coke. He can still dodge bullets because he's got a jumpstart character with 10 in reflexes.
You'll still be slow.
This works for no other character you could ever generate, unless you
yeah.
could get something else that buffs reflex.
Like make a drug or a cyberware
or
or
you
something.
say, I was going to say cyberware that does it, but yeah.
I mean, or you could just get a reflex coprocessor.
Yeah.
But
You can just
like if you're a ref-based character who does like dodging and things, then you should have synth
Yeah,
coke.
there it is. Look at that amount of 6.
Oh, I deducted the number of bumps you have taken subsequently.
198.
Oh, you did? Well, the ones I was using was I still had some synth coke on me. Some normal synth coke that I hadn't dipped into
I,
that one yet.
I calculated it all up, added it to the thing. That's the correct number.
Yeah, sweet. Cool.
You like it. You like
I'm
it's not
set
really
up. This is like essentially a.
Have you only got one air hypo, or
I only got one.
Yeah.
Halfway.
you're like, so as long as I never get arrested and lose this synth coke, I'm good for life. Octodrummer's gonna be so happy.
What I need to do is wait. Oh no, it's perfect.
Oh, you give it out at a concert or something?
No. I've got in my inventory Lizzie the Lizard Beanie Baby. I put the synth coke inside the Beanie Baby.
How much? How big is the Beanie Baby?
The Beanie Babies were like about like that big
Well, this you got a Beanie Baby full of synth
because they're just
coke.
normally filled with beans.
And it's like an air hypo, so I imagine
So I
it's
could
like a
just
smaller
I
form.
could modify the Beanie Baby.
Come up with a storage
So look, you
solution.
don't have to paint the Cyberpunk gun.
Oh yeah, it's already Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's where I got it. Cheap as fuck.
That building just to the south of the yellow building. She'll take a little gander around. It's some kind of barricade arm.
So at some point I have to work out how to straighten.
I like that one to the north where they kind of built the building around this rock.
I think it was retcon to rubble.
Oh, is it rubble? Okay.
Well, there weren't rubble assets, so I just put
Yeah,
big
put
rocks.
some rocks in there. It
Okay.
works.
That's actually
That one actually looks like rubble over there.
Yeah, that comes
off
off.
now.
Oh, it always did.
No, just didn't before. It didn't just. I had to take it off. Now it just falls off.
Oh, okay.
So I can't even fucking do the tip to. I will put some blue tack in there.
Yeah, just
gum
some
it up.
thing up. The paint probably just wore down.
Yeah.
It's held together by paint. It's structural paint.
There's many layers of
It's a
paint.
load-bearing paint.
There's like 3 layers of, man, I fucked this paint job up. Oh, the chrome didn't work. Sand a bunch of it down. Have another go. So the second one that I have printed part of and then run out of the filament to continue is gold, just with gold silk filament. So I don't have to paint it.
You didn't tell me that was an option.
I didn't know it was an option until after I made that. That's what the...
See, I pay for the crappy prototype so that he's like, oh, now I have the good one.
Well, I haven't actually made it because I have to do all the inside
It's probably
stuff.
what you're going to make the golden gun out of, isn't it?
It is the same stuff.
Oh, that's going to look sick.
Yeah. The only thing is, I need to reprint the pin for one piece, which I'm just going to have to paint gold because I don't have any more.
But does the one piece even exist? It's like the hammer's now more reliable than it's ever been.
Yeah, and nothing has changed. It's so confusing.
No, the cylinder's offset center now, so I wonder if that had anything to do with that. So yeah, what are you guys doing now in your exciting
checking
exploration adventure?
The bottom left building below the yellow one.
Yes, it looks like some kind of...
Oh, with the giant door that's wide open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going first?
I believe Gravy was checking that one out.
Brave Gravy heads on inside.
Gravy?
Doing just holding the gun up at the ceiling, Roy.
The gun.
Rob Gravy!
Zoinks! Look what I found, Roger! There's like a crazy tech workshop in here!
Row!
You realize this is now going to be your voice.
Oh, when we're not here, because the sound effects.
Yeah.
And then Graves is, of course, the Graves voice.
The graves.
Graves. That's right, everyone, I'm the greatest. I force you to eat unprocessed wine.
I like that way of referring to grapes. It's unprocessed wine. Wine beans.
What's that on the floor as you walk in?
How would you know?
Perception check.
Is that what it takes?
It's a broken chair.
Oh, okay. And then it
I
looks like
see
a
it.
workbench of some kind. Mm-hmm. Which I'll walk over to and see what is atop.
You walk on over there. You walk carelessly on over there.
Yes.
Ignoring everything to specifically right here.
So is that a black plastic rubbish bag or something in the
There's rubbish and bottles all over this map, just discarded and thrown around the place. So Graves walks very specifically over there, and he speaks right in front of the bench when he hears like a clink
Wait, it's
underfoot.
all broken and on the floor.
I look
Is that what you're saying?
I look down while preparing
It
to
looks like
invade.
you stood on some cunningly painted plate that leads under the bench.
Be careful, Roger. I think there are traps. And I believe I have stepped on one.
Okay, so you just stay still and I'll see if I can find some way of keeping the thing... Because it hasn't exploded yet, so it must go off by you stepping off it, right?
Yes.
So we'll see if we can find some way of holding it in place so that you can leave it safely.
Fleur steps on the plate and slides between you and the bench. It's quite nice, actually.
After a quick moment of, I'll step back. Are you sure that's where you want to be standing?
Oh, Edward, I told you. I already died once. I can't die again.
Hopefully that's true.
Well, you're probably better at concocting some solution to help her than I'd be to help you, so maybe we can...
In my head, it's just Roger, his lower face covered in white. He's going, realistically... like one eye slowly revolving. The other one making twitching mad dashes to try and escape the socket.
Yes, maybe you should step back just in case this goes awry.
Are you sure you don't need a hand?
I'll just see if I can have a look at first.
Okay.
This may end up being another Jess thing. If I wish to figure out what's the haps of this, I don't know if it's demolitions or not. It
is demolitions.
It is demolitions. 13 to investigate the.
You needed more than 15.
But it's not bad enough that I make it explode
Yeah.
or go off.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
You definitely see that there's a mechanism
There's definitely going on under there.
And you poke it with a stick, and it's not breathing.
That's a good sign. It's not a living bomb.
This may take some time if you want to poke around at something else while I work here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, some time. How bad does it have to be before I make something bad happen?
12 or less.
Okay. I haven't hit that yet.
I'll look around the
I got a
workbench.
14, so I'll spend 2 points of luck. But it did take 3 attempts.
Oh.
So some time for Roger to do some things.
Yeah, I'm going to look around the bench. 12? Or benches.
Looks like someone was trying to build some kind of armor.
Oh.
There's like thick metal plates, generally curved like you would wear.
I don't suppose there's any of those, that's not right, clamps. Clamps where you can, like, lock them in place or anything like that on the bench.
There's one.
There's one?
The rest must have been taken.
Okay. I'll pick it up and I'll turn to Gravy and be like, could this be of any use to, like, clamp the plate in place or anything? Or at least hand it to him.
Basic tech? I think if I could...
Demolitions!
Demolitions again.
It's still being applied to the bomb, yeah.
To the
Yeah.
trap, at least.
16?
I mean, you can clamp it on, but then what? It's still a free floating plate. You've got nothing to clamp it to.
Yeah, we had something.
And you're being distracted down by about 4 points by,
Floor ass, whenever you bend down.
well, your general regular region.
General regular reach.
I would need something simultaneously heavier than the plate, but thin enough to be underneath it to clamp to.
What about one of these armor plates?
Maybe if all of them were piled up.
Okay, I'll do a perception
Would take
check and
most
look,
of it.
and look for any, like, blocks of metal or wood or anything that's, like, 16.
Heavy components of trash.
Maybe if you hauled one of those crates inside, but they're too heavy for Roger.
I could help.
What about that broken chair?
Too light by far.
Are too light?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just needed it to, like, clamp between the...
Oh, you don't want to really raise the plate up too much,
Yeah,
surely.
yeah. Because there's significant enough weight to make sure that it would stay down.
Whatever you manage to balance on this without diffusing the bomb, I'm going to have fall off at some point, right?
Hence why the clamp.
It's not that kind of clamp.
No.
It's a Kogan clamp.
Yeah, I'll go outside and look for something that might be appropriate. This is another perception check. 16 again.
Yeah, you could, if you could find a forklift, you could, but there is no such thing as far as you could tell. You could get one of those crates on there. Looks like
You could
Brady
just
will
put the
have to
forklift on
defuse
it.
the bomb. By which point, you've established that I'm guessing you've rolled over a 17.
Yeah.
So
Well, over a 6 was a 15.
that's 15.
Yeah.
Yes, the 17 is something else.
To sum it without exploding
Well,
it.
while he's deciding he's going to defuse the bomb, I'm going to look around for a rope or cable.
Okay, you go looking for one.
And I don't mean the X-Men character.
So you... No, rope.
Yeah, get off, rope!
He came from the past warning us about things that have already happened.
What?
It's the reference to Cable, who came from the future.
Oh, okay.
I've come from the past. I'm going to warn you about some things that are already going to have happened.
But before I,
Bread! They slice it!
Before I do
You
it,
don't even know.
I can't tell the past until I've tied Jean Grey to a chair with myself. Yeah, that's right. Shifty eyes. Me being a living sentient piece of rope. It's my
God.
mutant power.
Watching the original Scooby-Doo has been a mistake. Clearly.
That only happened twice.
No. I was afraid to that. Like we inevitably get bored, and then we just start talking about how Roxanne can molest attractive females.
Roxanna's been good lately.
I might be pejoratizing that a bit.
You know, yeah, Roxanna's been good lately. I've barely raped or molested anyone. I've only done the second one.
Yeah, the anyone. Anyway, so you disconnect the bomb. Looks like that bomb's just like an old surplus rocket warhead.
No, interesting.
It's got a symbol on it.
What's that symbol?
Okay, so if you were to draw a triangle with its point down and a rounded top, and then 2 more triangles equidistant so that the outer edges would form a circle, and then remove the intersect point and put like a little dot in the middle there.
Ah, I see. I've got the triangle, but everything else is just on the side. I don't understand.
So in other words, it's the good old nucleus.
Well, I'm glad that didn't go off.
You can't have 2 safety glows.
Yes, that wouldn't do. They'd cancel each other out. It'd be unsafety glows.
You can glow if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because their friends don't glow, and if they don't glow, then they're no friends of mine. You can glow and melt.
And melt! And get cancer!
It's all clear, Roger.
We could obey the radiation.
It was just a nuke.
Oh, is that all? Wait! It was just a nuke.
Presumably a small one, but you don't need a very big one when you're just a person.
That's a hell of a trip to sit for just somebody in a workshop. Oh, you've tried to break into my workshop, I'm going to take out half the town.
Yes, well. I mean, it could just be painted on there for a laugh.
So, probably, yeah, you maybe. yeah, why not?
Yeah. I'm mostly just saying that so that Roger won't freak out about it.
He's already freaking out. Look at him.
Look at him. But that could be all the simp coke.
It's
There's
just this white cloud around him.
He's taking so much it's atomized into an aura. He provides it in a 4
I've got to make that
radius.
because I could have the glacial aura and set it to like really white, and I could make Kokan. Like a villain in City of Heroes. Just
Coax
like
people up by proximity.
just like give them some kind of like really trippy control set that like you could Kokan.
No.
Like they'd have to be part kinetic so it could be like speed boost for you.
And now of course I'm no longer trapped by a trap bomb thing. I get a 12 perception to search this area.
There's not really a lot left here.
Just the armor that
There's a battery charger, but it's old and dead. There's no batteries in it.
maybe Jess could get that running again with some parts. I'll collect the battery charger if it's a smaller unit.
Okay.
And I will collect the nuke trap, but I'm not going to put it at the half track yet. Actually, I might leave it here, but like I'll move it off to the side.
So you think that if you move it, you could jostle it in a really bad way?
Oh, and it would go
And the
on.
implosion trigger might happen.
Oh. Okay, I don't move it. Unless I find a really big stick. And I'm talking real big. So maybe we should leave.
Welcome to Anaheim, normally a place of celebration, but tragedy struck this sleepy community as their exhibit, the world's longest stick, naturally occurring, was stolen from the longest stick exhibit here in Anaheim. Last night, the daring thieves were said to have been Graves and Roger, identifiable in this CCTV image. What they wanted the world's longest naturally occurring stick for, we can only tell. In other news, Mexico no longer exists. Pick unrelated.
Meanwhile, Roger with the stick lines synth coke all the way along it, then just go.
Night train